In the vast tapestry of human creativity, there are moments of such profound brilliance that they seem to transcend time itself. They become landmarks, not just in the history of art, but in the story of our shared human experience. Today, we turn our gaze towards one such landmark, a swirling vortex of color and emotion captured on canvas. We're uncovering 10 fascinating facts about Vincent van Gogh and his iconic masterpiece, The Starry Night. This is more than just a painting. It is a window into the soul of a remarkable and often troubled individual. Join me as we journey back to the late 19th century, to a small room in the south of France. Here, an artist looked out upon the world and saw not just the darkness of night, but a dynamic, living cosmos pulsing with energy and light. We will explore the circumstances of its creation, the hidden symbols woven into its fabric, and the extraordinary legacy it has left behind. It is a story of struggle, of scientific curiosity, and of an enduring vision that continues to captivate and inspire us over a century later. Prepare to look at this familiar masterpiece with new eyes. We will peel back the layers of myth and misunderstanding to reveal the deeper truths held within its bold strokes and vibrant hues. This is the story of the Starry Night, a testament to the power of the human spirit to find breathtaking beauty even in the most challenging of circumstances. Let our exploration begin. The genesis of this extraordinary work is found not in a grand, sunlit studio, but within the quiet confines of an institution. In 1889, Vincent van Gogh, grappling with the immense weight of his mental health, voluntarily admitted himself to the Saint-Paul de Mausolles Asylum in Saint-Rémy-de-Provence, France. It was here, amidst the tranquil gardens and the structured routine of the asylum, that he found a strange and turbulent sort of peace. He was given a small, sparse room, and from this solitary vantage point, his creative spirit, rather than being diminished, ignited with a renewed and ferocious intensity. This period, though born of deep personal crisis, would become one of the most prolific of his entire life. The asylum, intended as a place of recovery, became his sanctuary and his observatory. The iron bars on his window did not imprison his vision. Instead, they framed it. He channeled his turmoil, his hopes, and his profound connection to the natural world onto the canvas. It was in this very specific and poignant environment that the Starry Night was conceived and brought to life, a masterpiece born from a place of profound vulnerability. The window of his room in the asylum looked east, offering a consistent daily spectacle. Before sunrise, he would watch the world awaken, observing the changing light, the morning star, and the silhouette of the Alpilles Mountains in the distance. This very view became the foundational inspiration for the Starry Night. He wrote to his brother Theo, describing the scene, the cypress trees, and the wheat fields he could see under the shifting skies. He painted this view over and over at different times of day and in different seasons, studying it with the dedication of a naturalist. However, the Starry Night is not a simple, literal transcription of the view from his window. It is a powerful synthesis of observation and imagination. The village nestled below, for instance, is not the town of Saint-Rémy. Instead, it is a composite, drawn from his memories of his Dutch homeland, with its characteristic steepled church. He took the reality of the landscape before him and infused it with the landscape of his memory and his soul, creating a scene that is simultaneously real and dreamlike, a place both seen and deeply felt. The year 1889 is a pivotal one in the Van Gogh Chronicle. It marks a period of intense creative output, set against a backdrop of immense personal struggle. Having arrived at the asylum in May, he painted the Starry Night in June of that year. This was a time when he was wrestling with his demons, yet his artistic vision had never been clearer or more daring. The vibrant, almost violent energy of the painting seems to reflect the internal state of its creator, a mind teeming with powerful emotions and cosmic questions. This period followed the infamous incident in Arles where he severed a part of his own ear, an event that precipitated his move to the asylum. In 1889, he was isolated from the Parisian art scene and his fellow artists, left largely to his own devices and his own unique vision. It was in this isolation that his style fully matured, breaking free from the constraints of Impressionism to forge something entirely new. The Starry Night, therefore, stands as a monument to this specific moment, a testament to his resilience and the untamed power of his artistic genius at its absolute peak. It is one of the great ironies of art history that the creator of one of the world's most beloved paintings saw it as something of a disappointment. Despite the raw power we see in it today, Vincent van Gogh actually considered the Starry Night to be, well, a failure. In his many detailed letters to his brother Theo, which really serve as an intimate diary of his artistic process, he mentions the painting only sparingly. He seemed to dismiss it as an experimental piece, a study where his imagination had perhaps run a bit too wild. Van Gogh expressed a preference for works painted directly from nature, from tangible observation, such as the olive groves or wheat fields he was also painting at the time. He felt that the Starry Night, with its invented village and exaggerated celestial forms, was too much of an abstraction, a departure from the truth of the natural world he so desperately sought to capture. At one point, he even proposed sending Theo a different painting from the series, fearing this one was not, representative of his best work. It's a humbling reminder, really, that an artist is not always the best judge of their own legacy. The swirling, incandescent sky is not merely a product of a troubled mind. It is also the work of a keen and curious observer of the cosmos. Van Gogh was deeply fascinated by astronomy. He read popular science journals and was aware of contemporary astronomical theories and discoveries. The dramatic sky in the Starry Night is not entirely fantastical. Art historians and astronomers have identified specific celestial bodies depicted with remarkable accuracy. The brilliant orb to the right of the cypress tree is believed to be Venus, which was indeed shining brightly as the morning star in the pre-dawn sky of Provence in the spring of 1889. The moon is a waxing gibbous, consistent with the lunar phase of the time. Some have even speculated that the swirling nebulae could have been inspired by early astronomical drawings of spiral galaxies, which were becoming known at the time. He merged scientific observation with his own spiritual interpretation of the heavens, seeing the night sky as a place of divine dynamic power. Dominating the left side of the canvas, a great dark cypress tree rises up like a flame, connecting the earthly realm with the celestial one above. This is no mere landscape element. For Van Gogh, the cypress tree was laden with profound symbolic meaning. In the culture of Provence, and indeed throughout much of Europe, the cypress is traditionally associated with graveyards and with death. It is a sentinel of mourning, its dark form a constant presence in the landscape of loss. Yet Van Gogh saw a duality in this ancient symbol. While acknowledging its connection to death, he also saw it as a symbol of eternity and everlasting life, its spire reaching ever upwards towards the heavens. In his letters, he compared their shape and proportions to an Egyptian obelisk. In the Starry Night, the cypress tree acts as a powerful anchor, a bridge between the quiet human world of the village and the explosive divine energy of the cosmos. It represents the cycle of life, death, and the hope of an afterlife, a deeply personal and spiritual statement. So, here's something fascinating. The Starry Night was not an isolated exploration of the nocturnal world. Actually, it was the culmination of a deep and sustained investigation into the colors and emotions of the night. This painting is, without a doubt, the most famous part of a small but significant series of night paintings Van Gogh created. The journey really began in Arles the year before, with Café Terrace at night, which is, a gentle, inviting scene where the stars are calm and the mood is one of sociable warmth. It was here he first tried to capture what he called the night, painted by night. He followed this with Starry Night over the Rhône, another work created in Arles. Here the sky is more dramatic, the stars reflecting like gaslights in the dark water. In this piece you can actually see the beginnings of the swirling energy that would later explode onto the canvas in Saint-Rémy. Each painting was a step, an experiment in capturing the unique challenges and spiritual power of the night. The Starry Night, therefore, is not a sudden eruption of genius, but the climactic finale of a dedicated artistic quest. Today, it is considered priceless, one of the most recognizable images in the world. Yet during Vincent van Gogh's own lifetime, the Starry Night remained unsold and largely unseen. The story of Van Gogh's career is, honestly, one of tragic commercial failure. Despite producing over 900 paintings, and more than 1,100 drawings and sketches, he famously sold only one painting while he was alive, the Red Vineyard. The rest of his vast, revolutionary body of work was met with indifference or outright ridicule by the art establishment of his day. The Starry Night was no exception. After his death in 1890, his collection passed to his brother Theo. When Theo himself died just 6 months later, the paintings, including this masterpiece, were inherited by Theo's widow, Johanna van Gogh Bonger. It was Johanna who, recognizing the genius of her brother-in-law, dedicated her life to promoting his work. Through her tireless efforts, organizing exhibitions and publishing his letters, the world slowly began to awaken to the power of Vincent's art. The fame of the Starry Night is a posthumous triumph, a legacy carefully nurtured into existence. For those who wish to stand before this monumental work and witness its power firsthand, the journey leads not to France or the Netherlands, but to the heart of New York City. Since 1941, the Starry Night has been a cornerstone of the permanent collection at the Museum of Modern Art, or MoMA. Its journey to this prestigious home is a story in itself, passing through several hands after Johanna van Gogh Bonger first sold it in 1900. It was eventually acquired by Lily P. Bliss, one of MoMA's founders. Upon her death, she bequeathed a significant part of her collection to the museum, with the Starry Night being the crown jewel. Here, it is protected and displayed for millions of visitors each year. To see it in person is a remarkable experience. No reproduction can truly capture the thick, three-dimensional texture of the paint, the impasto, that Van Gogh applied with such urgency and passion. It hangs as a pilgrimage site for art lovers, a tangible link to the hand and soul of the artist himself, a treasured inhabitant of the modern world. The influence of the Starry Night extends far beyond the gallery walls. Its swirling sky and iconic forms have seeped into the very fabric of our global culture, becoming a universal symbol of artistic passion. Its legacy is vast and varied, a testament to its profound emotional resonance. The painting has inspired countless other artists, who have reinterpreted its style and energy in their own works. It has become a touchstone, a benchmark against which modern art is often measured. Its reach is perhaps most famously demonstrated in music. Don McLean's poignant 1971 song, Vincent, also known as Starry, Starry Night, is a direct and beautiful tribute to both the painting and its creator, its lyrics echoing the colors and emotions of the canvas. The image has appeared in films, television shows, and on an endless array of merchandise from coffee mugs to phone cases. It has become more than a painting. It is a shared piece of visual language, a story of beauty and sorrow that continues to be told and retold, connecting with each new generation in a powerful and deeply personal way. And so, our journey through the swirling cosmos of this single extraordinary painting comes to a close. Those were 10 fascinating facts about Vincent van Gogh and the Starry Night. From its creation within the walls of an asylum to its current home in a bustling metropolis, its story is as compelling as the image itself. It is a work born of personal turmoil, yet it speaks a universal language of hope, wonder, and the enduring power of the human spirit to connect with the universe around us. It reminds us that even in our darkest nights, there is a spectacular and vibrant beauty waiting to be seen. The painting serves as a powerful testament to an artist who saw the world differently. He saw the energy in the earth, the life in the night sky, and he possessed the unique genius to translate that vision onto canvas for all of us to witness. The Starry Night is not just a static image, it is alive. It moves, it breathes, and it continues to inspire awe and emotion over 130 years after the final brushstroke was laid. It is a true treasure of human achievement. We hope this exploration has given you a new appreciation for this iconic work. Which fact surprised you the most? Was it Vincent's own dismissal of the painting, or the astronomical accuracy hidden within its swirls? Let us know in the comments. We're always fascinated to hear your perspectives. Thank you for joining us on this journey.